Crocodiles are highly feared animals, and in this case, with good reason. At first glance, they appear to be intimidating predators, but seemingly sluggish, which is a misconception. While they are slow and clumsy when walking on land, their attacks are the complete opposite, fast and precise. The Morelet crocodile is no exception. This species is found only near the Gulf of Mexico, inhabiting states in that region of the country, as well as small areas of Guatemala and Belize. It lives in swamps, lakes, some brackish water bodies, and even reaches coastal areas. During the rainy season, this reptile spreads to wider zones. It belongs to the Crocodilus genus, which includes up to 13 living species distributed worldwide. Its appearance is very similar to that of its relatives, making it often confused with the Cuban crocodile and the American crocodile. However, it can be distinguished by its broader snout and a total of 66 to 68 teeth. Its coloration is dark gray with dark brown bands, giving it a gloomier hue compared to the other mentioned species. This feature is useful for trained eyes, although in my case, I still find it difficult to tell them apart without knowing their habitat. These are large lizards. Adults can reach up to 9.8 feet, 3 meters, in length, with some individuals measuring up to 14.1 feet, 4.3 meters. The only sexual dimorphism they exhibit is size, with females being smaller. As you may already guess, pangolins, it's challenging to determine their sex just by sight, so observing their behavior or using methods like laparoscopy to examine their internal reproductive organs is necessary. Their size grants them a significant advantage, since, as they grow, they can feed on a wider variety of prey. While juvenile crocodiles under 3.3 feet, 1 meter, long feed on fish, crustaceans, amphibians, and small mammals and birds, the saying "big fish eat little fish" holds true. As adults, they consume any living being that comes close, including deer, tapirs, jaguars, monkeys, and surprisingly, smaller crocodiles. There have even been reports of them preying on humans, as they attack any animal entering their territory. This behavior stems from their highly opportunistic diet. Anything entering their space becomes prey, especially if it approaches water bodies where these reptiles blend perfectly with the surrounding vegetation and water color. Their appearance can resemble a floating log, making it deceptive and dangerous when they strike. Most crocodiles remain motionless, waiting for prey to approach to drink. Then, with a swift movement, they bite. What happens next depends on where the attack occurs. If it happens in the water, they typically clamp onto the prey's head with great force, submerging it to drown before devouring it. This represents one of the most harrowing ways to die, not only experiencing the pain of the bite, but also the terror of being dragged underwater with no chance of escape. If the prey is on land, the crocodile will bite the chest or legs to amputate a limb or open the abdomen, preventing it from escaping. On the other hand, if the prey is on a branch over a body of water, this reptile can jump up to 6.6 feet to knock it down and capture it. Notably, its bite is the most powerful in the animal kingdom, capable of completely severing a limb with a single chomp. It has been calculated that the bite force of a saltwater crocodile, the largest crocodile in the world and the one with the strongest bite, reaches 7,777 pounds of pressure. This force is equivalent to the pressure exerted if an elephant stepped on you. Obviously, the bite of a Morelet crocodile is less powerful, but surprisingly, not by much, making its bite just as deadly. How is this possible? Well, the crocodile's muscles are designed to exert pressure when biting, making its jaw extremely hypertrophied. That's why they have such large cheeks, which are due to the highly developed masseter muscles. However, these muscles are designed only to exert force when closing the jaw, not when opening it. For this reason, if their mouths are tied shut, the danger decreases, although they remain lethal animals. The force is so great that it causes the crocodile's tear glands, designed to produce tears and lubricate its eyes, to be squeezed due to the generated pressure. This is why they appear to be crying while eating, but it's not due to remorse or hypocrisy. It's purely from the force exerted. Combined with their sharp and pointed teeth, a single bite is lethal. They spend most of their time in the water, but usually during the early hours of the day, they bask on the banks to warm their bodies. This behavior is due to them being poikilothermic animals whose body temperature depends on the climate. When the water reaches a certain temperature, they submerge to hunt, staying in the water most of the time, since water is a poor thermal conductor and cools down slowly, especially in large bodies of water. The reason they are included in the Mother's Month is because of their maternal behavior and instinct. It is unknown when this animal reaches puberty, but given its longevity, living between 60 and 70 years and slow growth, it can be speculated that its reproductive stage begins around 20 years old, though this remains conjecture. Mating occurs between April and June. During this period, the male courts the female by vibrating his body in the water to catch her attention. Subsequently, copulation takes place. Before the rainy season, the female lays her eggs and builds a mound of earth and dead leaves measuring about 10 feet wide and 3.3 feet high near her territory to protect her offspring from potential predators. She lays between 20 and 45 eggs in this mound, which are buried and guarded by the mother, who becomes even more aggressive during this time. At the slightest provocation, she can attack, posing a great danger to the unwary. Incubation lasts about 80 days, and the sex of the hatchlings is mostly determined by the nest temperature. During this entire period, both the nest and the mother are protected by the father. When the eggs hatch, the mother gently carries the hatchlings in her tooth-filled snout, without causing them harm, to the water so they can start swimming and searching for prey suited to their size. Thus, the snout, in addition to being a lethal weapon, becomes one of the animal's most maternal features, terrifying on one hand, but tender on the other. As the hatchlings grow, the father withdraws, but the mother continues to care for them for a while. If the young sense danger, they emit a distress call, prompting the mother to come to their defense, as life for newborns is extremely challenging. They become prey to all kinds of animals, from coatis that see them as food, even when they are still in eggs, to other crocodiles that attack them upon detecting movement. However, as they grow, the number of predators decreases, with crocodiles becoming nearly the top link in the food chain. Though occasionally, a crocodile may fall prey to a jaguar, but this is very rare. They are classified as least concern, yet their population has drastically declined in recent years. This decline is primarily due to urban area expansion, which causes crocodiles to encounter humans more frequently, triggering people's survival instincts. Children are the most vulnerable, so if you come across one, it's best to back away. Don't imitate what you see on TV, as it will most likely result in tragedy. It's no surprise that around 100 people die each year from crocodile attacks, making them one of the most dangerous animals to humans, though their danger mainly stems from size. Individuals over 6.6 feet long are potentially lethal. A fearsome creature with a well-earned reputation, yet one that harbors one of the world's most beautiful instincts, that of a mother and her offspring, a fact many people don't know. Still, if you see one, don't approach it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and share it so more people can discover this channel. I'm leaving my social media links below so we can stay connected. I'll also post important channel updates there. If you're new, I invite you to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time. Goodbye.